Hi, that's me here, and welcome back to another Futhead squad builder on FIFA 13. As you can see, today we're doing families and football, and we're going to be building a squad based on families in football. It's basically exactly what it says. Now these, we're not going for the best chemistry or anything. We are simply going, I believe that's the wrong formation. Where is it? 5. Which one is it? It's not that. Where is it? It's here somewhere, believe me. Is it that one? That's not the one, no. Not that. Sorry, I should have, that's the one. There we go, 5-2-2-1. So yeah, these aren't necessarily the best players who are in families or anything. It's just an interesting set of players who are in football families. It's not necessarily all of them are still in that are in families that are still in football. For example, you've got the Toure brothers, who are both still in football, and you've got other families like Frank Lampard and Jamie Redknapp, for example. Those two are both players. You've also obviously got Harry Redknapp, so if you wanted to manage him for this, Harry Redknapp probably be the perfect guy to stick as your manager. Anyway, so let's just get it kicked off, and let's start off with Jose or Pepe Reina. His father was a goalkeeper, I think he was goalkeeper for Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. He also made 5 caps for Spain, so obviously had a pretty decent, must have been a pretty decent keeper, probably similar to Reina in that there were just better ones around at the same time and he was unlucky. So yeah, not really too much to say on Reina. I think everyone knows him. He's a very good keeper. In real life, in the game, he's pretty decent as well. He's a bit short, which is unfortunate, but apart from that, yeah, he's all pretty good. Now the first centre back I'm gonna do is Kolo Toure. Obviously part of the Toure brothers, so I'm gonna put Yaya Toure in there as well. There we go. So get those two in there. Obviously, both hailing from Manchester City. From Ivory Coast. Both play for Manchester City. Both pretty good on FIFA, and both relatively good in real life. Probably my favourite two brothers that still play. Obviously Jack and Bobby Charlton. Jack and it was Bobby Charlton, wasn't it? Yeah. I was thinking Bobby Moore. Jack and Bobby Charlton are probably my favourite brothers of all time. So yeah, Toure brothers, decent, both Ivory Coast. Yeah, pretty good players. Now I'm going to go with the Ferdinand brothers. They come from Peckham, England, or London, if you want. In this game, they both play in the Premier League, but now in real life, Ferdinand plays for, who was it? Bursaspor? I don't know. The teams Scott Carson plays for in Turkey anyway. He's on loan there from QPR, but yeah, Ferdinand and Ferdinand, both, Rio Ferdinand's a good player, Anton's a bit dodgy sometimes, but they both look quite similar to the Toures. Actually, they both look quite similar, and just two brothers doing it wild. Now I'm going to go with, I believe, our first set of twins. Yeah, it is our first set of twins. Fabio, where is he? The Man United and QPR left back, and Raphael, his twin brother, who is Manchester United's main right back. These two, obviously, almost identical. Apparently they always play tricks on their, girlfriend and wife. One of them is married, I can't remember which one. So, and apparently that's the only way they can tell each other apart, by the ring. So apparently they always swap rings and stuff, which is quite funny. Both Brazilian, both joined Manchester United exactly at the same time, and both relatively good players. Raphael will be described as the better one, but yeah. And as you can see, all of my players now so far come from the Premier League. I do have one more player, I believe. Let me just check that. Yes, I have one more player from the Premier League. So let's not do him just yet. Let's do my first one outside the Premier League, and it is, Andre Ayew. If it would hurry up. Oh crap. Okay, well it's not Andre Ayew. It's my next one, but he's in it. Yeah, Andre Ayew's a good player, and he's the brother of fellow teammate Jordan Ayew, who I'm actually going to convert into a central midfielder, just for the sake of fitting him in this squad. I'm sure I could have done something else, but I just want everyone in kind of the right position. So yeah, those two are brothers. They're not twins. Jordan Ayew is the younger one. He's also the striker. Andre Ayew is a left midfielder or a central midfielder. Both play for Marseille, both from Ghana. So our second set of Africans in this, and our only other Africans in this thing. Although I'm sure Ferdinand's at some point come from downline somewhere in the heritage. There's either Jamaican or African links, as they are black. And we've also got the Raphaels, who are also foreign. So and Reina, of course. So really, yeah, it's a very interesting team. But they're the first two outside the Premier League. Now I'm going to do the last player who's in the Premier League, and that is Sergio Aguero, and he's actually linking up with Lionel Messi. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will know this, but some of you will be thinking, what? Messi and Aguero aren't related. And technically, no, they're not. Aguero is married to Maradona's daughter. That's why I kind of put him in, because he was, he's married to Maradona's daughter. That's obviously a football link. I was going to put Lampard in, but I wanted the Ayew brothers instead. You know, I wanted some more players outside the Premier League, so I was going to put Lampard in, as he is obviously Harry Redknapp, Jamie Redknapp, that family. Also, I believe his dad played football, Frank Senior. But yeah, Aguero is married to Diego Maradona's daughter, and they have a child called, I forget the name. I know Messi's child's called Thiago. I can't remember Aguero's child's name. But Messi is the godfather, so they are kind of in the same family, if you like. They're not, you know, it's not exactly family. It's not blood or marriage, but it is kind of the same family at the same time. So yeah, now Messi is a bit out of position. A few players are a bit out of actually, I think he's the only one who's actually a bit, yeah. Ayew has been converted, obviously. But overall, you know, it's just quite an interesting thing to look at, isn't it, really? I was bored, so I thought might as well do this team. It's an interesting one to build. I had to think about it. By the way, I did do all of this by my own knowledge. I didn't have to look up anything, which I thought I would. That's why I went for the obvious ones. Obviously, the Toure brothers, the Ayew brothers, the Ferdinand brothers, Raphael, Fabio, Reina. I knew about. We've obviously got Lampard, who I could have stuck in there. Aguero and Messi, something I already knew about as well. So I didn't really use any of. I used all my own knowledge, I should say. I'm going to save this for you guys. If you want to build this squad, you can go and find it. It does cost over 1 million coins because of Messi. I guess you could probably stick Ayew there or on one of the sides and put Lampard in if you wanted to make it a little bit cheaper. But overall, this is actually quite an interesting squad to use. I think it actually be quite a decent one. Ayew will probably make quite an alright midfielder. He's got the work rates for it, medium and medium. Yeah, and you know, next to Toure, it's kind of easy. You obviously got Andre Ayew and Messi, who you could play out position and still be amazing. Aguero, obviously. Then you got Fabio's decent. He's got decent pace. Raphael's obviously quite good. Ferdinand's so good. Anton Ferdinand, never used him, to be honest. I can't really tell you. And Kolo Toure is relatively good. And Reina, if he's a little bit taller, he is 6'2". I always think he's 5'10", 5'11", but he's actually 6'2", so he's not actually that small, but he seems quite small. So yeah, he's actually bigger than Toure. Anton Ferdinand, not bigger than Rio, obviously. But yeah, it's quite an interesting team. If you guys want to build it, then go ahead. If you want to lend it to me, I'll be very grateful to test it out. I accidentally clicked on that. My mouse is bugging out, but sometimes it does this when it's on Futhead. It only does it on Futhead for some reason, don't know what it is. But yeah, there's the squad, and I'm going to end it here. Thanks, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, that would really help me out. But just in general, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.